How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Crafting Cars. We've gained quite a few new subscribers lately, so to you guys, welcome to the party. And for the rest of you guys, thank you for sticking around. Because of you, we have finally reached 5,000 subscribers. To help us celebrate, our channel partner Super Clean will be doing another giveaway with us. So to enter, all you gotta do is send an email to craftingcars@gmail.com, and we will go live next Tuesday to pick a winner. All right, back to the Project Civic. So in our last video, we tack welded some steel fender flares to the car, and in today's video, I'm gonna be showing you how we mold them to the body of the car, including the plastic bumper. So to give us some more material to work with and make sure our flare isn't going anywhere, we use our Hobart Handler 140 MIG welder to completely cover the flare seam with tack welds, constantly moving around the radius to make sure we don't overheat and warp the panel. Next, we use our die grinder with a 60 grit disc to grind down our tacks and clean up the transition between the flare and the body of the car. Alright, so now bonding the steel flare to our plastic bumper is a little more tricky, and I've yet to find a good tutorial video online for this, so let me show you how I did it. I start by taking a Dremel and scoring up the mating surface of the plastic and the bare steel. Then I apply a generous amount of 3M panel bonding adhesive between the flare and the bumper, using small self-tapping screws to hold the steel in place. I also apply some adhesive on top and underneath the flare for extra strength. We're going to leave those screws in there too, so our flare is both chemically and mechanically bonded. Now we'll sand on and around the flare and knock down any high spots in the adhesive with 80 grit sandpaper using our hands, a DA, and our die grinder for the heads of those screws. Then we clean up our mess with some surface prep cleaner, mask off the surrounding area, and lay down some epoxy primer to seal up the bare metal. Alright, so now that we've finally completed all that prep work, it's time to start the molding process. So we're going to be using this Dolphin U-Pole 1 fill. This should work just fine over our epoxy primered surface. And yeah, I'll be showing you kind of how we lay it on here. One thing I like to do as a guide is I'll go ahead and take some electrical tape since it's nice and flexible, and I'll kind of mark out the high and low limit of where I want this body filler to be. I'm going to go ahead and take my finger, kind of press that body filler down into the little pits in our welds. Make sure we have no air pockets. Now take the squeegee, put a little bend in it like that, so we have a nice smooth radius all the way. Just kind of drag it across that entire seam. So I'm just going to let this sit, cure up, then we'll come back and put down another layer. Alright, there's some more tape on there, and we are ready for a second coating. Oh, that's great. We don't need the tape. All right, so now for our least favorite part, sanding. So over here, I've got a foam block here. It's flexible, which is nice, so you can bend it to the contour of the curve here. So we'll be working that with some 120 grit, just to smooth out all these ripples. And then to kind of feather out the edges, I've got my DA sander here with a 320 grit disc. All right, so sanding went well. As I expected, this took about an hour, but we got it nice and smooth. There's a couple spots where we have some pinholes. We'll be taking care of that with either a filler primer or a glazing putty later. But as of right now, it's feeling pretty good. Obviously, we got some more bare steel, so we're gonna have to hit it with another coat of epoxy primer. But before we do that, I got a cut I gotta make. I've been dreading making this one, but I wanna be able to take my bumper off in the future, so this is absolutely necessary. And go ahead and cut this slot right here. So the cut went well. Unfortunately, I wasn't all the way cut through the body filler, so when I started pulling on the bumper, I ended up chipping off a little piece. But that's all right. It's a good way to show you guys how thick it actually is, which is only about 1/8 of an inch thick. It looks like we got quite a bit on there, but it's spread pretty dang thin, and half of it we sanded off. So yeah, glad we got that whole weld covered up, so it's properly epoxy primed, covered with the body filler. Now, of course, we're gonna have to epoxy prime it again, just to hold this into place. I was super concerned since when we bent this into shape, there was quite a bit of tension. We had it kind of held down with the sheet metal screws and all our tack welds, and we're using Cleco pins during the process. I was worried that once I made this cut, this bumper was gonna go swing and pop out and mess up that body line, but surprisingly, it lined up pretty good. Not too bad. So there is a little bit of offset there. To mount this, I'm probably gonna just rely on the factory bumper clips, and then I'll just use some rare earth magnets, and that cleans it up real nice. So like 3 of those, I'll get some smaller ones. I think we'll be in good shape for a permanent solution. I'm just very curious to see how this transition is gonna look once we get some primer on there. I know when I was working on my fiberglass fender flares a while back, it was super hard to sand a radius and this curve all at the same time and make it look good and not so lumpy and wavy. So we're gonna see. That's looking good. Well guys, I am more than happy with our results here. The transition turned out super smooth, and we haven't even put any filler primer or anything like that over it yet. Of course, we still got to patch up that crack there, and the patch panel we got to smooth out. That's a little body work we did a couple videos ago. So yeah, I got a lot of body work still off camera I got to do this week, and we will be respraying the Civic very soon. So thanks you guys once again for helping us reach 5,000 subscribers. Thank you for tuning in to Crafting Cars, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!